let's talk about Arteta's tactical revolution in 2022-23. Arsenal ended up missing out on a top 4 finish last season by 2 points, wasting a position of strength heading into the business end of the campaign. This means they needed a bit of strengthening going into next season, but they also needed very unique players for that, with the likes of gabrieljesus, a proven goalscorer, zinchenko, a wonderful ball player at LB, and of course a technician. With the return of Fabio Vieira and Saliba from loan, they now have a team to compete with. Regardless of how fair or unreasonable the accusation that Arsenal's fixtures have been easy is, there is a lot about their table-topping start to the 2022-23 season that looks and feels different. So far, their victories have been marked by a swagger and tactical perfection that implies Mikel Arteta has finally assembled the squad he requires to play the frightening, surgical, dead-eyed football taught to him by his mentor, Pep Guardiola. The Arteta way, the perfectionist. The Arteta style is regulated by incredibly thorough coaching that teaches the players exactly where to position themselves and when to move. With a pitch delimited into zones and the general shape continually moving in sync and flawlessly creating triangles all over the pitch. The plan is to play rondos from back to front, which appears to be effective now thanks to a fantastic summer window. The combined effect has been to make Arsenal far more considered and consistent both in and out of possession, creating measured passing that revolves around the width and depth of the field, as reflected in their numbers this year compared to last. Flexibility and positional play. Players like gabrieljesus seem to have been given the freedom to play around the front line anyhow. This allows Arsenal to move forward more efficiently and become unpredictable. Gabrieljesus has received 65 progressive passes this season, more than any other player in the Premier League, reflecting his movement as the new orchestrator from the top and changing Arsenal from a team of stale possession, which quickly disintegrates, to a team with depth and purpose. A wall pass to keep the rondos going and a dribbler to boot. This system allows granit xhaka to enhance himself in new roles and has seen him take on unusually advanced positions. He has remarkably registered more touches in the opposition penalty area, 30, than Son Heung-min, 27, in the Premier League this season and has as many goal involvements as Mohamed Salah. With Zinchenko sweeping up behind him, it also frees Saka from the sort of defensive work that he can slip up on. These two are assisted by Thomas Partey's and Martin Odegaard's positioning. Thomas's Partey has an upturn in form as the anchor and metronome. Arsenal now ranks 6th for ball recoveries, up from 17th last season. While the Ghanaian tops their charge for tackles with 2.6 per 90, Partey's solidity frees up Granit Xhaka to focus on his superb distribution and releases Martin Odegaard to dictate the tempo from a higher starting position. The Norwegian is full of creative guile, but also averages 2.0 possession, 1 in the final third of a game, the 5th most in the division. Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba have formed a great defensive combination, the stability of which no doubt contributes to Arsenal's calm consistency in the rest of their play, and are especially effective at carrying the ball out of defense. While Saliba topped the charge across Europe at Marseille in 2021-22 for ball-playing centre-backs. Both rank in the Premier League's top 5 for total carries so far this season. Most telling of all, Arsenal is 4th in the league for direct attacks with 14, behind only Wolves, Fulham and Tottenham Hotspur. They sit 3rd in the Premier League for total dribbles attempted this season with 139, just below Southampton and Wolverhampton Wanderers, thanks to the penetrative work of Jesus, 38, Saka, 25 and Gabriel Martinelli, 25. How good is Arteta? Arsenal enjoys dictating the game with possession. Mikel Arteta believes in positional play, in which the side in control takes up positions around the pitch in an attempt to establish numerical advantages. In the final third, Arsenal's offensive players will change positions and travel from zone to zone. This movement is prompted by the movement of their teammate and the region in which the ball is moved. The goal is to destabilize the opposing side's defensive shape. Arsenal's positional play is used from the minute the team gains position in open play and may begin anywhere on the field. The Gunners' build-up technique has been critical to the team's positioning offensive thus far. This season has seen them show more flexibility with their build-up, as the players switch positionally to allow the build-up to be more effective and less one-dimensional. What would be success for this team? Returning to the Champions League would have been the objective for Arsenal this season. But with Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham and Manchester United all floundering, there is now a sense that they could do even better than that. The arrivals of Marquinhos and Fabio Vieira also give Arteta added squad depth in attacking positions to keep players fresh ahead of a grueling season with a World Cup dropped in the middle. Arsenal has come a long way since starting last season with 3 straight defeats. At one point, it didn't seem Arteta would survive. But now he has Arsenal dreaming of a Premier League title. But Arsenal doesn't need a title challenge for this to be a successful season. A place in next year's Champions League and some silverware in Europe are definitely on the cards. For a team and a manager who are finally coming together as Guardiola's replicas and of course, a few add-ons in January could see them really push beyond expectation.